you should be documenting your fucking journey. So I'm like, dude, nobody taught me this shit. So let me be the guy that teaches others what I'm going through. I'm just a guy that lives my life out loud. And what I mean by that is people have asked me how I've been able to get so authentic a lot of times and tell the story like I tell it. And I'm like, look, as I was building a business, there were no mentors. There were no people teaching me this shit. There was nobody to say, hey, this is the direction I go. So, and I'll be honest, I heard Gary Vee say, you should be documenting your fucking journey. So I'm like, dude, nobody taught me this shit. So let me be the guy that teaches others what I'm going through. So I don't want to say that I necessarily have a framework for it, but I damn sure have shown by sharing my fuck ups, my losses, my screw ups, and everything along the way. So, because I mean, sometimes because of all the interviews and everything, people, will put me on this higher plane, which I don't think is warranted because, I still put my pants on the same way every morning you do, one leg at a fucking time. And, but sometimes people want to put me up a little bit. And, I always come back to, dude, go back and just listen to what the things I'm telling you. I'm telling you the things I'm fucking up. I'm telling you the things I'm screwing up. And it's because I want you to learn through my lessons and want you to understand that the more I break shit, the bigger the company goes and the more people can accomplish. So yeah. For me, I think it's more of just sharing that message with people and getting them to understand that every time a fear pops up in your business, like you're unsure or you're skeptical going that direction, if that scares the shit out of you, that's the right direction to go.
Yeah. So good. And, I think that's perfect segue for a question that I wrote a few minutes back. You mentioned something that you're, open and passionate of being unapologetically loud and noisy, right? Like you're like purposely you do that, right? And was this the process on how you discover that I need to be loud and noisy?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Because what would you like? I mean, I think you kind of answered it already. A lot of people are like in that phase of, man, like what if, right? Like what if like I lose followers, right? And I say I'm quoting followers because there's really nobody following. It happened to us. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's your friends and family, and then but all of a sudden, as soon as you start with consistency over time, that message filters the people that kind of log in and continue to follow your journey. Was that the path when you first started? Like how long did it take you to stay consistent, right? Like, did you try for a little bit and then you stop, or were you like, this is the thing, I know this is the thing, and then you just move forward?
Nah, for me, it's always been this is the thing. And the reason being is I fucking love this shit. I love being out front. I love being loud. I don't like the operational side of business still. I don't like the behind the scenes stuff. So, and I've always been a loud personality. If I'm in a room, you're going to know I'm there. And so this has just been fuel on the fucking fire to make sure I'm doing it. What I didn't know was how to take my personality and put it in the marketplace. So that's been an ongoing learning experience, was how to translate that over. But one thing that I found is if somebody's not getting pissed off by your content somewhere, then you're not loud enough.
Yep.
Like, literally yesterday I had a TikTok video where somebody jumped on. They're like, this is like shit from the 1980s. Get off TikTok, grandpa. So in my Facebook group, I screenshotted that and I'm like, dude, I have a TikTok that's fixing to go viral because this motherfucker just jumped on and got and sure as shit. That comment sent it up like 5,000 views and I got 45 new followers. So it wasn't extremely viral, but
traction.
Yeah, totally. And I did a TikTok today. And I'm like, and I call the person out and I put his quote up above me. And I'm like, dude, thank you so much for calling me grandpa. I fucking respect the shit out of that. And thank you for the 5,000 additional views and the 45 followers. I'm like, could you please come back on every video and call me fucking grandpa? So that's the magic of it all is when you're loud, consistent, and you are just you, and you're not worried about the impact or what people think about your content, then your people show up. And what I mean by your people is the people that are into your message or they geek out on what you geek out on. And the more you can get those people together, just the more badassery happens.